Back Daily Show 953, a little bit of change on this Thursday morning. We were just talking, we have more state of the race coverage with Chris Bell, candidate for Ward 5 Alderman. How are you doing today, sir?
Good, very good.
Well, and we were talking, for 18 years, you were out at Busch Stadium at this time of the year, and now that you're retired, how does it feel not to deal with Mother Nature on opening day, because it never fails?
Oh, yeah. 15 out of the 18 years, I'm pretty sure it rained or snowed.
That's wild to me.
Yep.
Well, and see, it's really great to have you in studio. I think we're down to, 2 candidates left, and just to have everyone on, and it's great to get everyone's kind of background and vision, and really just let's start there. Take me through a little bit of about yourself and a little bit about what you'd like Ward 5 to know about you.
Oh, well, pretty down-to-earth guy, construction work I've done. Been with the Cardinals 18 years now, work for the school district. Been living in Alton my entire life. Raised down actually where the police station is now was where I used to live. Our house was down there. We lived on Felwich. So just pretty Alton guy, care about Alton, want to see Alton succeed. Now my views for Alton Ward 5, there's a lot because we've got some issues and some problems that I seriously, honestly feel like need to be dealt with. They've not been dealt with in a while.
Well, let's talk about some of those. What's kind of on the front of your mind whenever you're looking at these issues?
Well, I really perked up here not too long ago, considering the fact that the roads are just terrible. Our streets are bad. Our infrastructure is not great. Derelict houses, crime is up. I live next to a drug dealer on my street for 6 or 7 years, and there was just the cops were there, and just there was never nothing done about it. And I finally told my husband, I'm like, you know what, it's time for somebody to step up with a louder voice or something, somebody who's got some better negotiating skills, I guess, because as a shop steward back with the Cardinals, I have some negotiating skills a little bit. So, and I want to get some stuff done for the people in my district. Well,
and see, when you're walking the last couple of months and meeting voters and doing all of those, things that lead up to the April 1st election, what are you hearing those same concerns?
Yes. I just spoke with some residents and some voters and some taxpayers, but in all honesty, in my district, and they were talking about the derelict house next to them, that they're constantly getting drug dealers pulled out of there, not drug dealers, drug addicts pulled out of there that break in and stay the night and cause trouble. And they were actually, him and her said that they're considering moving because nothing gets done.
And did you ever think you'd run for office?
No, actually, to be completely honest with you, I never really did. I do keep up with politics and stuff, because with both of my jobs and in the construction field back in the early 2000s, you keep up with it because if things are going in the right direction, then construction work is up, people are spending money. And then, with the Cardinals, I just kept up with it because it's politics and baseball. So you keep up with what's going on in the baseball world. And then now with working for the school district, it's still politics. So,
well, and, let's say everything aligns on April 1st and you're elected Ward 5 Alderman. What would you look to accomplish in the first couple of months?
Definitely addressing the street issue. The streets are bad. But I think my biggest concern is just the derelict houses, and the crime rate is up in the district. And I want everybody to know that Ward 5 will have somebody sitting at the table that's there to negotiate and get stuff done in our ward now. I noticed that, there's been some stuff done, but throwing some asphalt in some holes and then just driving over it, that's not the way we need to get stuff done. We need to get our streets done right.
Well, and your ward's a little bit different than some others because you have a lot of terrain to cover. You got a lot of hills, and some of them are brick streets and some of them aren't. Because you do have that construction background, have you thought about ways to kind of ease that transition, when it comes to how you would, alleviate or at least add to a conversation with the Public Works Department of what you would like to see in that ward?
Yeah, better curbs, starting out, better streets. I would love to put on the table at some point in time, we definitely need to talk to the right people to do something with the housing industry, with the homes, the neglected homes, I live 2 streets from a neglected school that's falling down. There's a burnt car in the parking lot that's been there for a few months.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're just getting, I think Alton in general is getting ignored by the administration that's in or what's happening. And our district is definitely. And the taxpayers in my district are not happy. Well, they're not happy.
When you're growing up, you know what, and you're growing up in Alton, like you said, lifelong resident, what do you envision, you know, Alton looking like if, you know, things were back to, I don't want to say normal, but back to a vision that you would truly want for the city?
Much better streets, better infrastructure, stronger businesses, and better look at, even the school districts, you know, their areas need to be, we need to take care of our school districts too. I mean, like I said, I live 2 blocks from a school that used to be a school. It was a really good school. And now it's got a burnt car in the parking lot.
Right. Well, and too, I mean, you had a lot of things in 5. I mean, I have Centerstone on the show, and twice a month. And I know that, you know, there's a lot of, you know, things that happen up there, you know, in terms of, you know, unhoused that, you know, are kind of, you know, experiencing different things, whatever they are. Just what are your thoughts on the Centerstone and like not really Centerstone, but like the unhoused that are up in Ward 5? Because that has been, I know, a topic of concern across some publications. You know, has that been something that you experienced too?
Yeah. I want to keep things coming into it with not a whole background of experience. I want to keep things as simple as I can to start out with, and that would and addressing some of what I've listened to residents say and the taxpayers in my district and stuff that I want to take care of. Their main concerns are like, I had a ton of people complaining about the fact that it took 4 days to get their streets plowed.
Yeah,
after the snowstorm, 4 days. It shouldn't take 4 days for you to run through with a plow. And I think Ward 5 thinks they're getting ignored sometimes. So a more voice, somebody who's on the outside looking in for a change, sees different ideals, new, fresh ideals. I think that maybe that'll be better. Really
cool. And Chris, you have a moment to stick around?
Yeah.
We'll take a quick break for top of the hour. We'll come back with more of this conversation. You stay there. We'll stay here. State of the Race coverage continues next.
Oh no, another bad headache?
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to see your doctor.
OSF Healthcare can handle all of your family's primary care needs, including diagnosing health issues or referring you to a specialist. Schedule an appointment today.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Yo, what up? It's Mike Keith, the proud graduate of Lewis and Clark Community College. I got my start in broadcasting and now I work all over the country. I discovered my path in media, but I could have been an electrician. Or I could have been a nurse.
Maybe not.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
Looking for the best barbecue in Madison County? Head over to Carver's Barbecue in Godfrey, Illinois. From loaded barbecue nachos to mouth-watering pulled pork, brisket, ribs, and more, Carver's serves up award-winning flavors you'll love. Family-owned, Carver's is all about fresh, made in-house dishes served daily. Come visit us at 2716 Groveland in Godfrey, or give us a call at 618-467-9999. Order online, get it catered, or stop by for the best smoked meats around. Where great flavors meet family tradition, you'll find Carver's Barbecue.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com. Like a fish in the sea, I'm singing, follow me.
10:03, welcome back to our daily show on this Thursday morning. Back with keep switching back to back with Chris Bell. He's a candidate for Ward 5 Alderman in the city of Alton. Less than a week away. We're less than a few days away. Wow, it's wild to think about. We are, after all of it, we're here now. You know.
Yep, here we are.
What have you learned along the way in this campaign?
Oh. Just the stuff that everybody talks about. I've been to a lot of the meetings and listening to a lot of the concerns of the people, and I think it's time for a broader aspect of things. Yeah. You know, you asked me earlier, you know, what, and I wanted to go into it a little bit more about what I feel like Alton should be and what I would love for it to be again. And it is the fact of just better infrastructure, thriving businesses, makes money for the city. City then spends money on its taxpayers where it's supposed to go, and that makes for happier people and nicer homes.
Yeah.
And that means the home value goes up. The direction I feel like we've been heading in is crime rates are up, derelict homes makes property value go down.
Well, and see, that's what I was going to ask you too. Are you a proponent of this idea of, you know, bringing back a true code enforcement?
Actually, I am. I don't want to make things too strong for people that stuff can't get done, but I also know that there has to be rules and there has to be guidelines of stuff, or things just get out of control.
Yeah. Well, and you know, when you're an alder person, you have to work with everyone else, just like you've hit on earlier. You know, and what are you planning on doing with, you know, in terms of collaboration, potentially with, you know, a Ward 6, a Ward 2, a Ward 1, even, you know, on council and in community events?
I figure we need to get down, and if we have to, we can butt heads and negotiate and walk away from the table that's best for each ward.
Yeah.
I think the important thing is that we negotiate with each other to get to the oncoming mayor that this is what we want for all of our wards, and I will be willing to meet halfway or butt heads with whoever we have to and negotiate. I mean, you know, that's how it's done. But at the end of the day, if we're all shaking each other's hands and we're all on good terms, then things are getting done.
Right. And, you know, have you seen a lot of engagement locally when it comes to this municipal election, this consolidated election?
No, a little bit, but not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just focus on what I would engage in. The biggest thing in would be meeting everyone and then letting everybody know what my terms are for Ward 5, and then finding out what everybody else's terms are, and then we all can work together on meeting in the middle.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to be a fair and just. I know people don't use these words anymore. Fair and just, but you know, there's still some of us out there that want to be fair and just give us a chance to prove that.
Yeah.
I want the people in my district to be happy. Because if they're happy, their yards look good, their houses look good, property value goes up, everything is better.
Right. Well, and, you know, going forward, too, I know that when we came back, you were wanting to kind of expand a little bit more on, you know, your vision of what Alton could look like.
Yes.
Let's come back to that. You know what? Let's add on to that.
Yeah. Well, it's infrastructure. It's nicer homes. People, good, hard-earned taxpayers pay in good, hard-earned money.
Yeah.
And it ought to go back to that. It ought to go back to making stuff around their homes look good. Their roads, their sidewalks, their schools. And I feel like that's important. That's important. And I would like to say that the people in my ward that are unhappy, the best way to get it out is get out to your voting place and vote.
Yeah.
Speak your word. Your word matters. Your tax dollars are paid in. Your word matters way more than you think it does.
And see, you're 100% right on that. I mean, we got to get more local engagement, and
Yes.
we got to get people to vote. And they want to vote nationally or vote by social media, and that
Yes.
doesn't happen. You got to go to the ballot box. And, you know, going forward, how do you plan on connecting with Ward 5 residents if you're in office?
I will still get out and find out what people want. I will still get out to every meeting and listen to what other wards are saying and what my ward is saying. And like I said, I feel like I feel like every alderman and the mayor and all the city people need to get together, and then we need to go, okay, something's not going right.
Right.
Something's not going right. We just need to reel it in a little bit and find out what we need to correct. It's not hard to get off the path.
Right.
It's a little harder to get back on it. So we need some people that can get us back on it.
Well, and before I let you go, it's, we've already talked for 20 minutes or so. I told you it'd go just fine for you. Fill us in on your closing message. What's your thought, just for the voters here? We're 4 days out from April the 1st. What's that final closing statement for the opportunity to have a Ward 5 Alderman as Chris Bell?
Well, being an Alton person all my entire life, I can guarantee you I won't give up on negotiating and putting every need of Ward 5 first. Mm-hmm. And then I will meet and help out with everybody else after that. But Ward 5 will be my first priority. Everything, like I said, all the way to the fact of all the derelict homes, the bad streets. We were driving up here and I was just peeking around the streets as, just trying to get my head clear and stuff coming in. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at the roads. They're bad in every ward. Mm-hmm. And we need to figure out, how to make everybody happy, really cool. Especially all the taxpayers, because they're the important people.
Yeah.
And and at the end of the day, I won't give up on Ward 5 no matter what. I've lived in Ward 5 for 20 years. Been in Alton the rest of my life, but I've lived in Ward 5 and been in my house for 20 years. And I want my house and my roads and everything to look good, so I want everybody else's too.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, thanks so much for stopping by, and best of luck in the campaign, and best of luck on Tuesday.
I appreciate you having me.
We'll take a quick break. More conversations at 10:10. Come around the corner next on Heart of the 618.